Hello there. Oh, my tongue stuck out there. I did not mean for my tongue to stick out there. I'm gonna go. Hello there, Scotty. You're not. Welcome to the wonderful world of Disney. This week's movie is Operation Dumbo Drop, starring Danny Glover. You remember that movie? No. That's not on this list. Spoiler alert. Operation Dumbo Drop. No, we are looking at the top 10 live action Disney movies, and just to, specify, I don't mean live action remakes. I mean, these are movies that were live action from the get go. They're not, none of them are live action remakes, I don't think. No. That does include some animations, and some of these are repeats from my first list of musicals, but they're here. Of course, I also have my honorable mentions. Honorable mentions. So, it's another list I had to change last minute because I was going through there. I was looking through a thumbnail and I saw a picture of one. I go, why isn't that on the list? And then I had to switch out one. My original number 10 is now number 11, I guess. So, coming in at number 10, the new number 10, Hocus Pocus. That's right. It's just a bunch of Hocus Pocus. I don't know why I'm showing the Blu-rays in this. Not really anything. But, this is a movie, one of two movies that when my cousins came up from Iowa to visit us. It was this, and it was Jumanji. We had to watch every time they come up. My grandma had them on a VHS tape, we'd watch them, so we had to watch this. And I love this movie. The sequel, not so much. It's okay. I don't know. Everything is coming out all these years later. Only the three witches came back and none of the regular cast, despite the fact they are very involved with the cons. I think you'd be able to get a couple of them to come back. I don't think they were even asked. But this is a classic. It's over 30 years old. It hit me earlier this year when I said, well, Jumanji turns 30 this year. Oy! I'm old. Number 9 is Newsies. We already talked about Newsies in my musical. I love this movie. I'm probably one of the people who does love it. Like I said, I watched it with my son, and I said, what do you think? He goes, eh. What do you mean, eh? This movie's fantastic. You got to go and dig those holes. Stanley yelling at, you thirsty, Stanley? It's like you didn't know that Pandastic wasn't no doctor either. I'm tired, Daddy. Well, that's too damn bad. It's holes. Look at this. I always thought this was weird. Look, this, and you turn this, and it's like, I don't know. This was a weird, and you gotta read the stuff like this, and like this. You can't really read it unless you turn your head sideways. You gotta read it like this. I always thought that was weird. I don't know why they did that. Just did. But I love this movie, man. We didn't really read the book. My son read the book in school. And like, you want to watch the movie? So we watched it. And then a couple weeks go by, see him again. He goes, we watched Holes in school. I'm like, oh. I didn't know you were going to do that. Neither did I. He didn't know he was going to do it, and I didn't know it. Yeah. So he watched it again. You can be like, my dad showed me this movie. My dad showed me the movie when I told him we reread the book. I said we'd wait till he's done reading the book so it didn't spoil. But yeah, I think it was on Disney Plus, I think. Yeah. Number 7. The Mighty Ducks. I like all three of these. I could put all three of these on here as a trilogy. Not even in my honorable mentions. I'd just say the Mighty Ducks movies are my number 7. Because all three are great. I really like the second one. It's arguably my favorite, but I like all three of these. Even the third one that gets a lot of hate. And I know why it does. Oh, Bombay's barely in that one. We focus on Charlie. I like that. It's moving the story. Because think about it. Bombay's been heavily involved in the first two. They've been about him. So let's move on to someone else. Charlie. It works. The movie works. So, and this is... Yes. Baby Danny Tamborelli. Little Pete. Number 6. A movie that makes my mother cry at the end. And it's that stupid lady going, oh! It's Homeward Bound. Yes, all the time. I remember when my son was little, I brought this to watch it. We watched it. He was into it. This was one of the only movies that I brought, and he goes, Daddy, we gotta bring that so we can watch it again. And my mom was in the kitchen cooking when that scene happens, and I'm like, I cried, and then she's in the kitchen crying because, yeah, that scene is just, it's too old, too far. Yeah, but I love this movie. Okay, number 5 is another repeat. Pete's Dragon. It's a brazo dazzle day. You guys know I love this movie. I watched it all the time as a kid. Loved it. Moving on to another movie I watched a lot as a kid. Number 4. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. And I'll even put out that I think Honey, I Blew Up the Kids is just as good as I Blew Up the Kid. It's just as good as this. It's one of those that I always played on the movie channels all the time. Oh, look, we got a disc that isn't. I think Holes also. Homeward Bound. No. Mighty Ducks. No. Holes. Yes. What's that? Newsies did too. Hold on. Newsies had a disc that's actually. I think I should know it. Yeah, that one. I'm sure I put it back in the right order. Mighty Ducks. Pete's Dragon. Okay. Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. This is another one we had on VHS at my grandma's house. Watched it constantly. And like I said, I think the second one's just as good. I really like that one. Rest does a really good job. We don't ever have this scene in the movie. There's another one where he's got the magnifying glass and his wife's behind him. That is more appropriate because this never happens in a damn movie. I wish. I don't know. But, yeah. Number 3, Bed Knobs and Broomsticks. Yes, I already talked about this in my other one. This one's probably not going to be that long, but, you know. What kind of movie do you think where you have a middle-aged lady who's a witch and they use a magic bed to fly from place to place? Even to I didn't mention that when I was talking about the musicals. They use it to fly into a animated book. Yeah. Number 2, Sevy. Pirates of the Caribbean, specifically Curse of the Black Pearl. My favorite. You cheated, pirate. You all remember this as the day you almost caught Captain Jack Sparrow. You are the worst pirate I ever heard of, but you have heard of me. Oh, that explains it. Yes. You best start believing in ghost stories, Miss Turner. You're in one. I love it. Johnny Depp and Jeffrey Rush, Orlando Bloom, even Keira Knightley a little bit. Bit of a crush, but fantastic movie. Before we get to number 1, time for some honorable mentions. George of the Jungle 1 and 2. Yes, I'm a one who's a fan of 2. It has gone down for me, but I had a VHS tape. I watched it constantly growing up, so yeah. That darn cat. Say, you wanna make me a sandwich? Oh, that reminds me, time for bed. That darn cat. I'm doing canoe. Air Bud. Jeez. Very good. Angels in the outfield. The remake of Parent Trap, which is the only remake on this list, I think, but I grew up with this. I remember the movie Surface thing on this. Eric B. Treasure Island. Had to put it on honorable mentions. And the one who was number 10 but got booted off by Hocus Pocus, Tim Allen's Jungle to Jungle. I love this movie. And it sucks that I wasn't able to actually get it on the list, but I just thought Martin Short. That's when he sees the spider. Oh yeah, he sees the spider in the car. You know what number 1 is. You're just waiting for it. If you already know. Do I have to say it again? Jimmy T says I have to say it again. It's Mary Poppins, y'all. That's right, it's Mary Poppins. What do I have to say? I almost spoiled it's my favorite Disney movie ever. It is. I love this movie. You know, when Pirates of the Caribbean came out, I'm like, well, that's my favorite. But the more and more I thought about it, no. It's still Mary Poppins. It's still Mary Poppins Smash. What's your favorite Disney movie? Of all. This even tops Aladdin for me. I'm just saying. I love this movie. And it's an old one. It's an old one. See, I grew up in the late early 90s. And some of those older movies, it's weird because I'm not, older movies for me aren't that. But Disney ones, that I love watching the Disney classics. Grew up, we had a lot of them that I like to watch. This one, Bananas and Broomsticks, Treasure Island. Pete's Dragon. I watched The Monkey's Uncle on Walt Disney one time. Apple Dumpling Gang was on a couple times when I was a kid. The Love Bug. In Search of the Castaways. Underrated, in my opinion. I wanted to talk about that for a while, but I don't own it, per se. 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, I don't think I've ever actually sat and watched the whole thing, but Disney classics. It's pretty good ones. So, what are your thoughts on my list? Like, this is a short one. There's not much to talk about when it came to when it's have repeats, but, So, what are your thoughts on my list? Let me know in the comments, like, share, subscribe, and next week, how about we go back to the 80s? Specifically, let's talk about 80s action movies. Thank you for watching. I'm Scotty, and I'll see you in the next one.